Students, today we are going to discuss about the essential plant nutrients, what are their deficiency and their functions. So we'll start with introduction. Plants require element found in nature to properly grow and develop. Some of these elements are utilized within the physical plant structure, namely carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The carbon, hydrogen and oxygens are structural elements. These elements obtained from the air, carbon dioxide and water H2O are the basis for carbohydrates such as sugar and starch, which provide the strength of cell walls, stems and leaves, and are also sources of energy for the plant and organisms that consume the plant. So they are the structural elements and they play essential role in structural compounds. What is the plant nutrients? Plant nutrition is defined as the supply and absorption of chemical compounds required for plant growth and metabolism. It is the process of absorption and utilization of essential elements for plant growth and reproduction. So, I want to tell that plant nutrients are those elements which are required to plant to complete their life cycle for their proper growth and development. Some terminology are there like deficient. What is deficient? When the concentration of an essential element is low enough to limit yield severely and distinct deficiency symptoms are visible. Means deficiency, an element is deficient when it is restricting the growth of the plant and limiting the yield, and some deficiency symptoms are visible. Second one is critical range, the nutrient concentration in the plant below which a yield responds to added nutrient energy, that is the critical range. Sufficient, the nutrient concentration range in which added nutrient will not increase yield but can increase nutrient concentration. Means if an element is in sufficient quantity, we add more nutrient, that extra nutrient will not used by the plants in growth or development or increasing its yield, but that extra nutrient will be more available in the soil, so it will increase nutrient concentration in plant as well as in soil. What is luxury consumption? Luxury consumption is often used to describe nutrient absorption by the plant that does not influence yield. Means some elements are there which are absorbed by the plant in excess amount, and that excess amount does not influence the yield. Next, excessive or toxic. When the concentration of essential or other element is high enough to reduce plant growth and yield. If some elements are, or these elements concentration are in more level, or if it is excessive in soil, that element will be absorbed by the plant and more absorption will occur and some toxic symptoms will be appear. Now, what are the criteria of essentiality? We all know that there are 17 essential nutrients are till now, and why we call they are essential. So in 1954, Arnon and Stout given the three criteria for essentiality of nutrients. First one is a deficiency of an essential nutrient make it impossible for the plant to complete the vegetative or reproductive stage of its life cycle. Means if an element is absent, in absence of that element, plant cannot complete their vegetative or reproductive stage of life cycle. Second one, such deficiency is specific, means that deficiency is specific. No other element can cure or prevent the deficiency of that specific element. Third, the element is involved directly in the nutrition and metabolism of the plant. That three are the essentiality criteria which was given by the Anand and Stott 1954. Now, according to Anand and Stout, there are 17 essential nutrients for plants. Nickel is the 17th essential nutrient known in 1987. Essential nutrients are classified in two types. First, macronutrients, and second one is micronutrients. Because macronutrients absorbed in large amount from soil and fertilizer, they are known as macronutrients. But micronutrients required in a small quantity from soil and fertilizer, so they are known as micronutrients. There are micronutrients. Macronutrients are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, which are also known as the structural elements. Then nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, they are the major or primary nutrients. Then secondary nutrients, calcium, magnesium and sulfur. And then micronutrients, they are boron, manganese, copper, zinc, molybdenum, chlorine, iron and nickel.